Welcome back to Lorcana Hobbyists. It's been a little bit, Cam. How you doing?
I am great as always. I got a bit of a kink in my neck,
Oh,
so I'm trying to work that out. But I am good otherwise.
awesome. We have a special guest with us today, Erik Gonzalez, Miami TCG Con. Erik, if you want to introduce yourself to everybody, tell us a little bit about the convention going on, dates. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's an honor to be on the show. I'm Erik Gonzalez. I'm the founder of the Miami TCG Convention. The dates are October 5th and 6th, Saturday and Sunday. It's coming up in a couple weeks. We have 26 Lorcana artists that are attending. We have a special guest from Ravensburger attending. We have a lot of really cool things happening. We have to announce our Lorcana tournament. We're a little bit behind on that, but we can say that we've got some crazy prize support, and I'm here to talk all about that, the artists, and what that entails.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it all over Instagram. I know Cam and I was showing it off, all the different artists that are coming to it. So who all is coming out there? Who are some of the
There's
headliners?
so many,
There
so
are
many
so
cool
many.
artists.
Yeah, I kind of have to pull up the whole list, but Nicholas Cole is joining us. Matthew Robert Davies, who has the Enchanted Elsa. We have Joachim Van Gool making his first U.S. appearance. Alice Pizzoni is going to be joining us, and she has so many amazing new cards. Valerio Buonfantino. We have, I mean, it's crazy. Cam Kendall, Kendall Hale, and it's great because we put them together so we can confuse people in line. Um, yeah, it's going to be good. Brian Wise, who he did the Flounder.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so I'm excited. I can just start. Julia Riva. It's crazy. I have to think about all these on the top of my head. Mel Milton, um, Aris Zentelis, Whitney Pollitt, and Lauren Barger, who are a part of Mermaid. Peter Brockhammer's making his first U.S. appearance. It's just wild to see so many artists excited to come and join us 2026. So, yeah. And last but not least, we did get Jacob McAllister to join us, and he has a couple cards. So I think it's 355 total cards you can get signed at
Wow,
the show.
that's crazy.
Yep, that sounds about right. That is you. You always pick up so many people. Like you are just the first of the line to grab as many people as you can.
Um, I think it was a matter of last year was just so much fun for the 12 artists that did come that what happened was I told all 12, you got to come back and be a part of it. And I started reaching out to artists, and the moment I reached out to them, they instantly said yes. It's something I'm not used to. So it was more a matter of I can't book more. We only have so many spots to fill, and we went over that anyway. But it's going to be something spectacular, especially with Adasa from Encanto coming. She played Dolores, and she's going to be singing on stage on the Saturday. We don't talk about Bruno. So yeah, she's going to sing a couple songs. We do have some Pokemon voice actors and some comic artists, and Disney animator Peter Raimundo, who's done 9 Disney films. He was a lead animator on Lilo and Stitch. His first film was Mulan. He worked on Princess and the Frog, Emperor's New Groove. He did extended scenes for Lion King, Pocahontas, and Beauty and the Beast. He also worked on Brother Bear. It's pretty crazy. He also worked on Tarzan. So yeah, 9 films from Peter, and his sketch work is just impeccable. My first show I ever had him, we had him. He actually gifted me this
Oh, that's
beautiful
awesome.
Lilo, and I mean that's just the tip of the iceberg for some of the stuff he does.
That's cool. I mean, and just talking like some of the artists myself, everyone's super excited for this. Talk to Alice a good amount. Really excited to come out there to convention, meet all the fans and everything. It's crazy to see so many in one place because you don't see that anywhere else at all.
Yeah, so we are a true trading card game convention. I'm a longtime Pokemon guy, and I'm a lifelong collector. I grew up as a Disney kid. My favorite film growing up was The Rescuers Down Under, and when Lorcana hit, I was at a point where I wanted to have something original. And I mean, when I saw the D23 cards go crazy in January of 2023, I knew it was a winner. And then everything else worked out with gameplay, art. I thought the release from a convention standpoint was great because the demand was just so big for months,
Yeah.
especially for Chapter One. And to see the artists get the attention they deserve was great. So it was more a matter of trying to be original, and then I just got lucky. I got lucky with Lorcana because I'm such a big Disney fan, and I really appreciate the art. and I need to start learning more about the game, but I really do enjoy everything that it encompasses. So I think that for a trading card game convention, it's a great way of integrating a new game and bringing the community together. And I think that the way I operate shows with panels and with gameplay and with the artists and vendors, I think it's going to be something that people that do attend will have a really nice time, and they'll have accessibility. Like, one of the things we offer most is the opportunity really to not feel rushed talking to people. Like, you know, we're not one of these shows with 10,000 people that are going to be inside cramming the doors. We had 2,400 customers last year over 2 days, and the Lorcana artists were busy, but people got to know them. People got to meet them. And I think it's just a great opportunity for them to come to most of them to come to a new country and meet people that are huge fans that they only get to talk to on social media.
No, very true. And I mean, for you, what would you say the biggest difference between this year's show compared to last year's show, other than like the amount of artists we're going to see this year?
We aren't going to have a 200 plus player Lorcana tournament. It's going to be smaller. It's going to be a 64 player tournament. Details are going to be released this week, or maybe early next week. We're just trying to finalize a couple things, but yes, definitely more artist panels this year with Lorcana artists. We're going to have a Learn to Draw Stitch session with Peter Raimundo, so people can learn how to draw Stitch from one of the original animators.
That's awesome.
We're adding more to our prize support for VIPs that come in. We're adding more to just the whole show in terms of an experience, more activations, and just having CGC on site, JSA, having a PSA dealer, having all different vendors with cards. We have heavy Lorcana vendors. The 64 player tournament is smaller, but I think that it'll give players also the ability that do play an opportunity on Sunday to really get to know the artists and do panels. We're just trying to keep it as simple as possible this year and keep building. We have a lot of ambition for the future, but for this year especially, it's about giving back to the community. And we raise money for Nicholas Children's Hospital. We have silent auctions where the artists donate items that are going to be auctioned and they're tax deductible. We're going to be, giving the first all children 12 and under are free, as long as they're accompanied by an adult. We have 100 free Funko Pops for the first 100 kids, 300 free Pokemon Halloween packs for the first 300 kids. We try to really give the community a great weekend, and we also offer off-site events like a kickoff party, a Saturday night trade night. We want to make sure that people that do join us, and if they're traveling, they're not stuck in their hotel room. Like, from the time they get in town Friday till they leave Monday, we want to have opportunities for them to get to know the community, get to be more comfortable, with people just like them, just card collectors, game players, people that are looking to, buy, sell, trade, get something out of the weekend. And last but not least, we have these awesome promo cards from all the Lorcana artists. And so we have 14, and all VIPs get all 14. General admission get 1 per day. And VIPs also get 4 additional blank cards that they can get sketched or signed or whatever they choose to do with at the show or at any time.
Those cards are so cool. I loved them last year. I love this year's. They're just so cool.
Thank you. And yeah, CGC sponsors. So CGC does take submissions on our cards. These were last year's. That was Eri Wellies. This is Juan Diego Leon. Juan Diego Leon is just so talented. He's our art director this year.
Oh, wow.
For all the cards. And he did all the formatting, and he did a ton of work to make sure that this game this year, early these promos this year, all 14 just worked out perfectly. And the Lorcana artists that worked on them are just absolutely awesome. We're very grateful. And because we couldn't get all 24 to work on them, we got 14 or 26 artists. That's why we have blanks. And artists like Aris and Tellis made this special blank for Super VIP winner. So whichever VIP wins the lucky raffle wins this, $100 Super Anime Store gift card, a signed Mitsuhiro Arita Pokemon card, which is probably worth around $400. He's the original illustrator of Charizard. And we're giving away a signed Juan Diego from last year, which was the Chase promo. And there's going to be other prizes in there as well. All VIPs get these swag bags. So got a couple cool spicy things, and then in every VIP bag comes the Kanto shark sleeve kit. So it'll have 50 shark sleeve, 50 soft sleeves. They're perfect for submitting cards. And we're going to make sure that every VIP either gets a Lorcana pack, a graded Pokemon card. Maybe they get a signed Lorcana card in their VIP pack. So, we're trying to do everything we can to show people that, we're thinking outside the box, and we want to give them an experience that they'll think about and want to come back year after year.
Yeah, that's awesome. And is there any way to obtain all the cards if you're not a VIP?
You'll have to trade for them. You'll have to get creative. I mean, if you have a 2-day pass, you get 2 promos. And yeah, it's a trading card community, so people will figure a way.
Very true.
And
I like that, actually.
it's early access. It's VIP, but it's early access passes. So the early access purchasers get all the gifts and the perks.
Gotcha.
I miss the days back in the schoolyard where like you couldn't afford all of the cards, so you just kind of had to trade, and that's just kind of what it was. It gives that vibe, and I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I think it's just a great incentive for the people that do get the early access passes, and I just want to make sure that the community, has that necessity. If they want to collect them all, they got to get creative. And the other thing is we're going to have Alpha Clash at the show, and that's a smaller TCG. They're going to have their Clash Grounds event, one of their quarterly, yearly events. And they're going to have a special pre-release sale at the show. So on Sunday, they're selling for the first time their new set, which doesn't come out till a month later. And all early access purchasers are going to be receiving a pack of Alpha Clash in their bags. I'm not sure if it'll be the new ones or a previous set, but they're also providing some gifts as well.
I think actually get on the thoughts of like trading and stuff. Is there any type of specific events for trading at Miami TCG Con?
I mean, you'll be able to trade on that floor from the moment you're there. Like people in the hotel, when they check in on Friday, the lobby it's a really big lobby at the DoubleTree by Hilton. The beautiful thing is if you stay at the hotel or you are going to the hotel from the airport, it's free shuttles. So you don't even get hit with the Uber fees or anything like that. You pop right on site. Everything's on site if you stay at the DoubleTree by Hilton. You'll have a ton of people trading on Friday in the lobby. They'll be playing. Last year, multiple artists went downstairs and started playing. And hanging out, meeting fans. Saturday at the show, you'll have a ton of time to make all the deals you could ever want to with people Saturday and Sunday. We most likely will have a off-site room for people, like a lounge on the second floor for people to relax and trade and not feel pressured if they want to take a seat, because there's not a lot of room to sit down at the show. It's a major card show. And if you're playing, obviously there's seats. If you're not, you're working the floor, you're walking the floor, you're meeting vendors, meeting celebrities. The cool thing is our sponsor, Quantum Sports, they have these rental seats and these quick pop-up seats that are actually pretty comfortable. So if you're waiting in line for autographs or sketches, you can rent the seats from them. And they'll be right up front. So yeah, we try to think outside the box.
I love that. I love rental seats. That's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, you could be sitting in those lines for an hour plus at times. I mean, that's actually a really interesting idea. I haven't heard anything like that before. It's cool.
Yeah, they fold, they twist and they open, and you lock them, and like it's easy. It's awesome to see the ingenuity of vendors at shows because they might not have a brick and mortar, but what they have is something that when they show up at a show floor, people buy what they have. And it might not necessarily be cards, even though 75% of our vendors are card vendors. We have art vendors. We have unique like merch vendors, grading companies, authentication companies. So you're going to encompass a variety of TCG and Comic Cons type vendors. But we're pretty heavy with the trading cards.
Awesome. What are you most excited for the show?
All the flights to work out, nothing to, I like having 1,000% retention rate. Anybody that is actually coming, they do make it. I'm praying for great weather, but I'm most excited about the community engaging and meeting each other. One of the things that, because I'm a longtime collector, one of the things that my show is different is in the sense that I handpick like who my vendors are. So the people that are vending on that floor, I typically know most of them very well. I meet new ones every year, but I consistently get reviews from new vendors that say, I really liked meeting your vendors. They all knew each other. It was a comfortable environment. People look after each other. And I'm also very excited for Nicholas Children's Hospital. We're going to raise a lot of money for them. And we're going to have some artists, go and see the kids. You know, we're going to do a visit over there. You know, it's all about the community here, the kids, and trying to, you know, get the next generation what we didn't have, because TCGs were so new when we were kids. It was like, oh, our parents are just dumping this on us. You know, that's it. There's not enough organization. And so today we're leading, and we're trying to show them that, hey, you know, when we're old, you're going to be pushing it, and make sure that our card values are also strong at that point.
That's a really good
point. I love that that's your focus. Like last year when you guys did the children's hospital thing, like it's just so cool to see. Love it. Love that you focus on kids first.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot either. I feel like you don't really see that at all in the shows that go to locally anyways. That's awesome.
Yeah, we don't really talk about it much. We keep it as low-key as possible, just because we want to, you know, let our actions speak more than anything else. But yeah, we really do try to give back to the community. And for the people that do come into town, I really just want them to know that there's somebody who cares that's throwing this show. We're not perfect, but we are doing everything we can to make sure that it's an experience that you'll want to come back to. And, you know, 12 artists were ready to come back this year really quick. They had such a great time. And I just want to make sure that you guys, I think both of you guys are coming. I want to make sure that you guys get to experience it, talk about it after, tell people what it's like, and keep moving forward, because this is an annual event that you know, we try to give artists an opportunity and everybody in the community an opportunity to do something with Lorcana in terms of gameplay, signings, cards, and not have, like, you know, Gen Con sized crowds.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it's definitely an event that, like, from last year, 100% in for this year. Like, even like coming out of last year, I was just like, all right, 100%, I'm coming back next year. Like, it's just one of those experiences that was so much fun. And I especially recommend going to the kickoff party. Last year, there were not that many people at the kickoff party, and it was just like all the artists just hanging out, having a burger. It was so much fun to be there.
Yeah. Last year, like, I guess because it was Wynwood Art District, which is really cool. Just people didn't want to leave the hotel and Uber, so they didn't come. And yeah, we had a stellar time at J. Wakefield Brewing. They're going to be hosting our Saturday night trade night this year. So it's a Star Wars themed brewery. Han Solo's frozen in one of the tables. You don't have to drink to go there. There's a ton of different spots right next door if you don't like the food that they have that day, which is going to be fried chicken. They have pop-ups. But it's a really cool spot to hang out regardless. Friday night, we're going to be having our kickoff with Ted's Burgers, who is a Guy Fieri Award winner. He's an American Smash Burger pop-up. And we're going to be doing it at this place called Tripping Animals Brewery. And they have a full, like, kitchen also that you can order different food. And it's a brewery, but you don't have to drink again. It's just a place that hosts our kickoff party. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of our guests there. They're all going to come and hang out. You know, community first here. We're trying to, you know, create the culture and do something a little bit different than the big shows. And we're trying to just stay in our lane.
Yeah, that's awesome. And coming off of last year, I heard not one bad word about the show last year. I feel like almost every other show you'll hear some complaints, issues with the show. I really didn't hear anything last year, but positive stuff about that. So really excited you guys have coming on this year too. Awesome.
Yeah, we look to improve a couple things. We wanted to improve our vendor package, lower the cost, let people feel, our early access package, lower the cost, make people feel like, you know, they're getting a lot of bang for their buck. You know, so there's always something to improve, and we just want to continue to improve the commitment to the community and the customers in terms of providing them as much as possible. So if you're a Lorcana fan or you're a Disney fan, like, this is going to be a show for you with, you know, so many different Disney artists and Adasa, and we also have comic artist Peter Smith, who does a lot of Disney work. Darkwing Duck is like one of his big things. So he's a pretty well-known comic artist, and he's going to be there. And yeah, Peter Raimundo, his panel, when he does the Learn to Draw Stitch panel, it'll be with the Illumineers, who are hosting our panels this year. Peter will be telling some Disney stories. People will be asking questions. He'll be telling stories. He lived at the Disney Orlando, you know, property during his time there. He lived on the campus. Like, it's crazy. He'll tell you stories about working through the night, working on films, and like just like dropping. He'd been working so long animating. and it's just amazing. Like his first film, Mulan, he worked on Chen, Po, and Ling, fresh out of college, and he can talk about his experiences in college. Like the man is just like Disney history. So yeah, you know, he was there till the end with Princess and the Frog when the animation department changed to all digital. So it's just so special to hear what he has to say. And then you get to meet all these Lorcana artists, and some of them will be on panels, and you hear what they have to say. And, you know, we want to have a strong Disney crowd so that, you know, people continue to come and we can improve it even more. Like I'm not afraid to bring more artists and keep breaking my own personal records with this show. You know, 26, 25 artists is just the tip of the iceberg. If I'm being honest, I want to do something bigger. So, you know, community support is a big driving factor.
Absolutely love it. And you're doing a boss job at it. It's the word of mouth. Like literally everyone that I hear, just positive reviews nonstop. Like just, it's so much fun. And hearing that it's going to get bigger is so much fun. Love it.
Well, you know, that's the goal. I'm all in. I wish I was going to Vegas this weekend. Really badly wish I was going. You know, Kendall Hale, Julie Vu, Aubrey Archer, some of the bosses. Like, it'd be really cool to be there. Atlanta was a dream come true for me because I got to go to Atlanta for Lorcana Challenge, and MomoCon was next door, so it was just so great. And Peter Raimundo was at MomoCon, so I was bouncing back and forth. I think I walked like 20 miles over 3 days, but yeah, that was a dream come true in terms of experiencing what the community is about for Lorcana and getting to experience a mega convention like MomoCon. Like that was huge. So I mean, it was so cool that they were literally in the same building.
Speaking of MomoCon, are you doing any kind of like cosplay contests for Lorcana specifically, or just like in general cosplay contests?
Yes, we have a $400 prize on Saturday, and I think it'll be a $300 or $400 prize on Sunday. Second prize are $100 gift cards to Super Anime Store, and they're vending it on site, so you can just buy something from them right on the spot. And then we're going to have third prize is going to be a couple 2-day passes for next year. So yeah, we have a cosplay competition each year. We're partnered with Guildhall, which is a very large Japanese, it's a Japanese arcade, and they're based in South Florida. We just did our trade day there a couple weeks ago. They're going to be sponsoring the cosplay competition, so that's all coming out in the next couple days. But yeah, we will. And if people dress up in Disney, personally, they get bonus points, and I know the artists will love it. So I know some people are dressing in Disney cosplay, so I'm very excited.
I'm excited to see that too. I love it. Like some of the cosplays that I've seen, like the Anna Truehearted and the Mulan, like they've just been so cool. Like some of these people are so into it. It's so good.
Yeah, I never really saw that coming from this game. Like I don't know of any other card game where they're actually cosplaying as the different characters from the game. It's crazy. It's so cool to see.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. I've never seen that either, and so specifically. And while you might not see massive Lorcana crowds outside of Ravensburger official events, the community is real. The community is here. It's growing. We haven't even had our first world championship or national championship. So, there's so much potential here. And I think that the challenge events have been absolutely perfect for the community. It's one of the reasons why we're not going with a bigger tournament is because, they have 2,000 player tournaments, 1,500 player tournaments. Charlie's in Stone Mountain, Georgia is running 200 player tournaments, the 10Ks. They're wonderful. I went to the last one, had a blast. I just think that for us, if people ask, we're comfortable with a 64 player this year, just the way it worked out. We want to have a quality tournament. The top prize is a sketched blank Miami TCG convention playmat that'll be signed and sketched by every attending Lorcana artist.
Wow.
There will also be, there's going to be 2 sealed cases and 4 boxes as well for prize support. First place is going to get a case with the playmat, and then we will start divvying up after that.
So I got to get real good real fast is what you're saying.
Hey, listen, I think that the 26 or 25 artist signed sketch playmat is going to be something that people will covet. And the entry for the tournament's going to be reasonable. We're looking at a $20 entry fee. And the goal is for all the top 28 players to get prize support, whether that's an autographed card, packs. We'll figure it out. We're going to announce it very shortly. And we do know that there's going to be some players in the tournament that are going to surprise people that they show up. So, we're excited, and we just want to put on something that is foolproof, is smooth, and people are happy to be a part of.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like a lot of fun. As far as getting tickets and everything, now you want to go ahead and give out the website or social media?
MiamiTCGConvention.com. If you go Miami TCG anywhere, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, we will pop up. We have a Discord. I can add the link to the Instagram account. And yeah, if you go to our MiamiTCGConvention.com site, there's a ticket link that goes right to our Tixer account. And we have a Tixer site, and you can buy one-day passes for Saturday or Sunday. They're $33 now. But since you're listening to this podcast, if you message us or you email us, we will send you the 20% off coupon.
Nice.
We keep it low key. But if people complain or ask, you're like, hey, where's the coupon? We always have one. It's always good to have that kind of customer service. It doesn't hurt to ask. So if people message us, we can definitely send them that. And 2-day passes are $45. The early access pass is $140 before fees. So if you get the early access pass, you get in early by 1 hour every day. So you have an hour before everybody else to go and meet celebs. You get entered in Super VIP, which we mentioned earlier. You get all the promo cards. You get the swag bag. You get some other goodies. MiamiTCGConvention.com. And if you want to go to one social media account, it's the Instagram. We're so fast on Insta. You message us, we probably will message you faster than any other convention. You just check us out at Miami TCG. Can't go wrong.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll link everything down below in the YouTube video too for the convention. Well, the website, the Instagram, everything we can. I'll get all the links for you. We can put in there also. Erik, really appreciate you coming on, talking about Miami TCG Con. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited for it.
So you are coming?
I'm hoping so. I'm saying I'm 80-20 right now.
Okay, good.
So I'm hoping. We'll see for sure, though.
You got a couple weeks.
Yeah.
One thing that people should know is the hotel right now is it's under $165 a night at the lowest rate before fees. So you can get a good room on site, and it's free shuttles to and from the airport. You never know. You might end up on a shuttle with artists or celebrities because there's like 35 celebrities coming to this show. We have Sarah Natochenny from Pokemon, the voice of Ash Ketchum. Faye Mata, who's done a ton of different voices for Pokemon. She's been on. She's actually done Disney's Cat Noir. What is it?
Miraculous.
Miraculous. Yes. So she's done a lot of video games. Adasa from Encanto will be there all weekend, and now she has Lorcana cards. So that's pretty cool to get signed. Lots of Funko Pop vendors, trading card vendors. We have this one Lorcana vendor I want to mention and shout out, Lorcana, ACK Lorcana. They're not really on social media, but these guys show up with like 200 enchanteds. They show up with tons of cards. They're going to be right outside where the Lorcana artists are, like in that section, the celebrity section. So if you're in a panic and you need to get that enchanted on the spot, bam, just run to them. Personalized autographs at the show from Lorcana artists are $10. Artists range autograph prices. Most of them are $40 and up if you just want a regular autograph. Some are $20 and up, depending on the artist. Enchanteds, most of the artists do ask for $100 an autograph on the Enchanteds. Sketches are additional money. Just be aware they accept PayPal, cash, other platforms as well. I just want people to know that if you're looking to get a lot of cards signed for your PC, get them personalized at $10 a pop. These artists will personalize the card for you and make it out to you, and you put them in your binder, and you've got a collector's item. You put it in your deck and you go beat your opponents with that. Meet some Lorcana artists with us.
Yeah, there's so many people to check out. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go on.
No, I was gonna say there's just so many artists to check out. I mean, the amount of artists who have created enchantment that are coming into this, it's crazy. Every big artist that you could think of, pretty much, that is coming to the show.
Yeah, that last year was by luck. We had booked a bunch of artists, and we didn't know anything about Enchanteds until August, and then the Enchanteds come out, and the first four were like none of the artists that were attending, and then like 6 of the next 8 were all artists that were attending, and it was just so crazy. It was really exciting. So let's see if I have any luck today. For me, whenever I open packs, I just care about pulling cards of artists that I know are going to attend. You know, it's like, okay, I don't have to go buy that now. So, Cam, what are you looking forward to most in October?
Honestly, I'm just looking forward to hang out with everybody. Like, it was so much fun last year. I'm just looking to see all my buds again.
Okay, cool. That makes me happy.
Cogsworth. Fix It Felix. When will my life begin? Amethyst Chromacon, which I've been using a lot lately, by the way. All Fun Out. Don't Let the Frostbite Bite. Got Shenzi Rare. And a Flora for the foil.
Barry.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see you guys in a couple weeks. For me also, I'm really excited for the opportunity to meet new community people, introduce myself to more artists. Like, I haven't met half these artists. So this whole Italian crew, like, we have like 6 or 5 Italian artists. You know, we have a couple of Germans in Marcel Berg and Peter Brockhammer, a couple South Americans with Juan Diego Leon, Christian Romero, Luis Huerta. We got Gonzalo Kenny joining us, and he did the one Enchanted Mickey. So like, it's crazy. Rob DeSalvo also does Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was pumped to see that.
His Spider-Man work is crazy.
Yeah, it's so good.
Mel Milton's a very well-known Marvel artist. And yeah, I can talk about these guys until like I fall asleep tonight.
Same. And Mel Milton also, the Giant Mulan. I have a signed Giant Mulan. Get yourself a signed Giant Mulan. Yeah. The oversized cards are so much fun.
Yeah. And CGC, I'm pretty sure, does take submissions on the oversized cards on site. So you can submit all your cards to CGC at the convention. JSA will also be there with them for authentication. So you could do like 3-point authentication, CGC signature and JSA, and get your cards back that way. PSA dealer Hot Hands TCG, who also owns Legends Expo, which is happening in Orlando in December, which Cam, I'm going to drag you out to. There's going to be like 10 Lorcana artists going to that as well. Those announcements are coming out soon. So yeah, if you can't make Miami, Legends Expo is the next one in December in Orlando, and that's going to be a doozy. And yeah, just so excited for this fall and winter to just be a part of a bunch of artist events, part of the community. And also, I have to say, if you do come to Miami, you do partake in this whole event, you never know what's going to happen. You never know who you're going to meet. And I do mean that this year with sincerity. Last year we were supposed to have somebody really big come. They couldn't come last minute. This year we do. Someone who's pretty well known in the community, very well known. So yeah, you're gonna. I can't say anything until they're on the show floor, because it's just one of those things. But we're excited, and we know for a fact that if you are into art on cards, if you're into the game, collecting, trading, any of that, Miami TCG is the place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Not too far from it, too. October 5th and 6th. Erik, really appreciate you coming on. Talk Miami TCG Con. Yeah, we'll link everything below here on the YouTube page too, and I'm sure me and Cam will be spitting that all over our Instagram pages also. Erik, thanks so much for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Hey, everybody, have a great night.
You too. All right, thank Erik Gonzalez for coming in. Miami TCG Con is coming up very soon. Cam, we did have a Lorecast. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was last week, right?
I don't remember. I need to go back and rewatch it. They finally posted on YouTube.
Yes,
I'm
they
so
did.
Proud of them.
Fantastic. That was awesome to see. I did not expect that. And then I just saw that little Ravensburger thing pop up saying, oh, you could watch the Lorecast. I clicked on it thinking it'd be like a 90-second highlight, but it actually was the whole thing. So that was good to see. Anything pop at you from the Lorecast that you were super excited about?
I like that they're continuing with the it's not called Inkcaster anymore. What is the new name for
Pack Rush?
Pack Rush. I am excited that they're continuing like that support, because it is really cool to just like be able to play a quick game by buying 2 packs. Like, that's just, I'm a sealed fan, so obviously very much a fan, but I'm glad
smart.
that they're like supporting it and putting out like actual rule book for it.
Right, and it's an actual official game now, which I think is great, especially for people just learning the game and like they don't want to build a deck or just want to try out what this game is like. That's a great way to do it.
For sure.
And then of course
I do recommend looking at the last one for the enchanted, just because my first one I did get an enchanted. So either sleeve without looking or look at your foil.
And then how about on the Lorecast, if you guys saw it, how they pulled an enchanted in the pack rush game, Snow White. It's actually one of my top ones. Now that we're in Shimmering Skies enchantments, we did get the announcement of Azurite Sea. I know we talked a little bit about it earlier. But what are your thoughts so far? Anything pop out to you that you're really excited about with it?
Baymax, he is the maximum Bay, and I love him. I'm also excited that Fallout Boy got a card.
Yes, they did.
That's really fun. But I'm such a huge fan of Baymax. It makes me feel so old because it's one of the first like movies that me and my wife saw when we were first dating. And that was 10 years ago. So
wow.
It makes me, yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think though that movies? I didn't even know that movie was that old, honestly. I had no idea. That's crazy to think that movie's 10 years old.
Yep, I didn't realize it either until someone mentioned it, and I was like, oh, that makes sense because we're coming up on our 10-year anniversary. So, yeah, but I love Baymax. I love the Fall Out Boy song. I love all of it.
Yeah, I do love that Baymax is finally in here. Finally, I mean, we're only a few sets in, but really excited to see him in there. Mostly for me, excited-wise, for the Rescue Rangers popping in. And we got a tease of that for D23. Continues to keep my Darkwing Duck hopes alive that we're going to those Disney afternoon things. So really excited. The art looks awesome on it. That Mariano Moreno card that I know we saw that at D23 too, with everybody on it. That looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that's an enchanted, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I could see it.
And we got all the pirate theming on there too. I'm just like looking at them some as we're talking here. The Stitch Alien Buccaneer, I love that card. We're getting that whole Stitch gift set too.
Oh yeah, and the foiling is different. I think they called it a water foil. I've seen a picture. Somebody sent me a picture on Instagram DMs of the festival in France, and it looked, it's definitely a different foiling. I couldn't tell too much from the picture that they sent, but it's definitely different, and I think they said water foiling is what they said. Looks really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I'm excited for the gift set. Like, I feel like for a while the gift sets are like kind of, I really don't love the jumbo cards personally, but I like that we're getting the portfolio in it. And it looked like it's like a full-size portfolio similar to the ones that were just released. Does that look like that to you, or am I seeing
that? It looks pretty good sized and high quality. Like, I was a bit surprised that it's like that good for coming with a gift set, in all honesty.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited for that. And then, of course, we did get some confirmation on the Continentals dates in Januay. I think it was the 10th and 11th. Is that right?
That sounds right to me. I don't know off the top of my head.
Pretty sure it's right.
I'd have to look.
If it's not, I'll put a text over our faces or something.
No, make them post a comment. It generates.
That's true. So yes, if I'm right, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If I'm right, tell me I'm right. I'll have to look it up later though, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So I was already looking up like flights and stuff for that. I really would like to go to either Continentals. I'm definitely going to Worlds. I feel like even if I can't get a ticket, I'll just hang out outside the thing. Because that's
I was gonna say it's worth coming. It's worth planning to come to Worlds. Just go to Disney World if you don't get a ticket. Exactly. I mean, I'm going to be hanging around. If I don't get a ticket to get inside, I'll be like hanging around outside or at Disney somewhere trying to like organize something for sure. Like, it just sounds like a good time.
Yeah, so you heard it here first. If you guys can't get into Worlds and we can't get in either, we'll host some type of meetup in that gigantic empty space in Epcot. That's the best I could say.
Sounds like a plan to me.
We could fill that empty space.
Oh, we sure
have
can.
the one. Yeah, we could. We could either do the one where they fill in the festivals, or we could do the one where they have all that outdoor space by Walt's new statue. Like, I feel like that was a perfect place to put. I know we talked about it. I think we talked about it before, but that's a great place to put Lorcana with all the tables you have out there, the seating, the benches. I do like that area. I know it seems like they could have done something else, but I digress.
Yeah.
We can rant about that for another 20 minutes.
Yep, I sure could. I could rant about Epcot all day.
I mean, Epcot was my favorite park.
Mhm.
Is that
Same.
your favorite park still, or as it was for you?
It still is, but begrudgingly. Like it started to go away from being my favorite park as soon as they built the barge in my I don't like the barge. I didn't want it there. Get rid I'm glad
And
they
then
got
they-
rid of that fireworks show.
They like got rid of 50% of it.
Yep.
I feel like the bar is still big.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
I
Epcot
just-
was my favorite.
Mhm.
I still love it. I mean, big Food and Wine person. Did you go to Food and Wine yet?
I have not been yet. We've been at Universal for the last month.
That's right.
Yep.
Going to HHN. How's
Very
that
much.
going?
It's been great so far. I think we're missing 4 houses still we haven't been to. But we do short, slow trips just because we get the year pass or the multi-month pass. So we do 3 houses at a time and then we leave because it gets very people-y very fast, and we buy the extra time so that we have the extra time to go slow.
I was going to ask, how have the lines been for the houses?
Not bad. Our pass also has express because
That's awesome.
this is what we do every year. This is where all of our money and vacation time goes. So we have express. My one issue so far has been, what house was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember. It's up front. Oh.
I don't know the layout yet.
Anyways, we've had issue with one house where the line was for every 5 people in express that moved, it was literally 50 people in the regular line.
Oh, wow.
We just we would have been better off just going in the regular line.
It's weird. Yeah.
It's just like that sometimes. But for the most part, it's been really good.
That's awesome. Do you do the food and stuff there too? I feel like they really had amped up the food at HHN.
I'm never a fan of the food at HHN. It's
I've
always
never had
too
it.
spicy or weird or gross. I tried the thing from The Quiet Place, where it's an eclair with a chocolate board and then a nail in some raspberry, the nail that she steps
Right.
on in the movie. It was not good. The chocolate plank on it was good, but that's just because chocolate's good. The eclair was kind of
Sure.
gross. The jam was kind of gross.
A raving review for the
Yeah.
HHN.
Don't get the food at HHN unless you like spicy or weird or kind of
Like,
gross.
I've always heard about the pizza fries. I always wanted to try those. Did you
I
try
don't like
those?
the pizza
They
fries.
suck
I've
too.
tried them. I don't like them. But I don't know. I like frushi. I like more bright notes in my food palette. So it's not my thing.
All right. So do you like the frushi at Epcot?
I love the frushi at Epcot.
Yeah, I had it once. I
love
was
it.
super disappointed. It was is stale the right word? I don't know. The rice was
Stale? You got it stale?
The rice was super hard.
Uh-huh.
It was not what I was expecting. And-
Okay. You
but
might
I
have just
was
got
really
a bad
excited
plate.
for it. Maybe I did. I might have to
I
try
mean,
it again.
Because I've always liked it. But then again, maybe we just have a different taste palette.
It's possible. It is possible. All right, we can get back to the Lorecast.
We need to change the name of this podcast to just Tangents.
Disney tangents. We could do that. I mean, technically we could. It probably would do well still. I feel like people do enjoy talking about parks and listening.
That's
And
true.
the cards. I think we're a good mix, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for deck information, we're not the one for you.
No. We'll tell you about how the food at Epcot is, but you want a deck profile, that ain't me.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best way I can describe it is we are extremely casual players who enjoy the game, like talking about the art. But when it comes to being technical, I mean, we like to play it fast. I like to play aggro decks. That's how I like it.
If I had more time to practice or a better way to practice, then I probably could get technical, but I don't have that that right now. I don't when I was playing Pixelborn, I felt pretty confident and tactical. But since that's gone away, it's just I appreciate the art and I play when I can. That's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think competitive wise for me, the only times I really play competitive is at the set championships. And I will do my homework then, like trying to see what works. Like, and I will go to leagues maybe once or twice a month if time allows. I'd say that at maximum once or twice per month, probably more like once a month. But yeah, I mean, when I get to play competitively, it's nice. But then also, you have the people I know talk about this where you get like super into it, where it just kind of like kills your spirit at times. I feel like I'm going into it. But yeah. Another tangent. That's where we're at. So were you surprised then, as we're talking about Pixelboard again, that we did not hear anything about an online client between D23 and the Lorecast?
I don't think it's coming. I don't think it's coming anytime soon. I think people saying when is it coming enough times will get them to start to think about it, but I don't think that it's even on the tip of their mind right now, and something like that takes years. So I don't see it happening anytime soon. I appreciate that people are saying that, because it really makes them think, and I hope that they're actually starting to plan to start to do something like that. But I don't think it's happening anytime soon.
Do you think it's necessary for the game?
For me personally, yes. Like I enjoy the game more when I can play it, and that makes it easier to play it. Like that just is all there is to it. Like, you got to give people opportunities. Like, I'd spend money on a digital client if I had to. I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer to collect the physical cards and then have a physical collection. But if they do it the same way that Pokemon does, where they can mine that, then like, I'm very much down for that. Because like, I am buying the packs anyways. I'm opening them anyways because opening packs is fun. And I like collecting the cards regardless of how much I play. But how much I play depends on how much I can play, and that's just not a ton right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's exactly what I want. I want it to be just like, I'm sure they don't want to hear like they just want to copy Pokemon, but like that to me is such a nice setup. Like, I buy a pack, I get a code card, and Pokemon's not the only one that does that. I've seen that, I think, with Dragon Ball does that too. I'm not sure if anyone else does it, but it's nice. I mean, you're opening a pack, and then you're getting a card that you put a code into the app, and then you get another pack to open up and build decks on that too. But yeah, I do think it's missed. I agree with you though. I don't think it's coming anytime soon.
No. I vaguely have hopes that they would do like a single player type campaign, some video game thing, because like they've got Disney studios that can do video games, but like, again, I think that they would have waited on that until seeing how popular it was. So like, they're just getting started on that now, if they're getting started on it, like it will not be for years.
Didn't we hear something about that where I thought someone talked about them wanting to create a video game based on Lorcana, and not necessarily about the cards. It was like literally just based around the realm of Lorcana, similar to what was the game? It literally just shut down yesterday.
Was it Disney
Mirrorverse?
Mirrorverse.
Yeah. Which I mean was kind of Lorcana-y as far as the characters, especially like seeing the action figures in stores. It was very similar to like Floodborne versions of the characters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I loved all of those new costumes and new art for characters that they had in that game. Like, that was like, I didn't want to play the game, but I wanted to look at the art. Like, I'm an art appreciator.
Yeah, I think Weiss Schwartz. Yeah, I think they did a game based off Mirrorverse for like trading cards too.
Interesting. Weiss Schwartz is that one where it's like just a bunch of random anime stuff and like other properties, right?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so that's why I was actually surprised that I was shutting down. I feel like that game wasn't out that long at all, and they produced just last year. All those action figures came out and stuff. So I was surprised to see that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I guess we'll see. I just don't think it's coming anytime soon, but the outcry is definitely there. I mean, I think like that people talk about that every day.
And I hope that pushes them into it, because that's all I've wanted the entire time. Like, I really hesitated to do Pixelborn at first because it wasn't an official client. And like, I was like, okay, how difficult is this going to be to download and all that stuff? Turns out it wasn't at all difficult, and I just waited for nothing. But but it's gone now, so that doesn't matter.
And I do wonder how many people, let us know in the comments below, if you've turned to Pixelborn Connect and are playing in those webcam games. I mean, for me, I love the idea. It still seems like a hassle to me to like have to set up my camera, and sometimes people set up 2 cameras at once, one show the cards, one for their face. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Have you seen a lot of people you think turning to that?
I have not paid that much attention to it. Again, it's the pain of like sleeving my physical cards and setting up a deck. And like, I want to just test a bunch of random jank. Like that's what I enjoy from this card game. And then from testing a bunch of random jank, I see the meta decks and then I'm like, oh, I want to play that. And that's just kind of like, that's the exact way that I was when I played Magic Arena. That's how I was when I played Pixelborn, like just playing my random jank, just randomly building decks. But I can't just build a bunch of random decks as quickly on Pixelborn Connect. Like it's not the same.
No, I completely agree. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens. I hope it happens. I just don't think it will be happening anytime soon. I think, and I'm curious, like, how would they announce something like that? Is that something that maybe at Worlds 1 year they'll be like, oh, by the way, this is coming? Or would it be like a D23 thing? That's the other thing I'm curious about Worlds. Like, are they going to use Worlds as an opportunity to make big announcements? Or is it literally just going to be a tournament? Like, I'm really curious to see what they do with Worlds. Like, I feel like with Pokemon, it's a big event. Like, they make announcements, they have exclusive merchandise, people come there to spectate, people come there to play. It's a huge event. And if you are doing this at Walt Disney World, I think that ability is there. But I'm really curious to see how they handle this.
Yeah, I'm curious what they do too. Like, I'm curious to see what they have outside of the Worlds tournament. Like, I want to see what side events they have, all of that stuff. Like, how many people are you going to let in? How many people where is it going? Well, like, I'm so curious about Worlds.
And I was kind of hoping we would have gotten that information, maybe not like what's going to be there, but like the dates, or at least like the month when that's going to be, because we have December, January for Continentals, for Worlds in the US. And then we just have Worlds at Disney World sometime in 2025, but we don't know when. I would assume March, maybe at this point. I mean, there has to be some type of gap, let people plan, but I don't know. What do you think?
There was a gamer article, and I think they may have been the only ones that said a month, but I don't recall what month they said off the top of my head, because I'm always just like, well, yeah, I'm just going to be here.
And my thought was always February or March. It made the most sense.
Yeah, it's like one of those two. I'll have to look it up and have you put it in the comments or something.
Put it in the comments, boy. If you want to know.
But if you're looking and it doesn't go in the comments or doesn't go in the notes, it's the Gamer article where they were talking about the announcement of not Shimmering Skies, this set 6, Azurite Sea. It's that article. You can go and look there, and it should still be there. But they were one of the only people that said the month. Chip and Co. may have said the month also, if I remember right.
Let's see. I'm trying to look it up real quick. Just as we're riffing here. Because I don't remember seeing it. I just thought that made sense. Oh, there's that Baymax you were talking about, actually. They probably put it in there and they probably took it out because they weren't supposed to say it.
That could be. That was the other people were nervous about. Let me see if maybe it's in my photos, because I took a screenshot at the time, I think. I have so many good pictures of Halloween Horror Nights that I don't know what to do with, because I can't like post them on my channel because it feels weird to have like Lorcana stuff, and now all of a sudden it's Halloween Horror Nights.
I'll just do it.
March 2025 is what they said.
So they did say March.
Yeah. So whether that's accurate, maybe they're still working on things. Maybe it's not as nailed down. Maybe they just weren't supposed to say that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that article does say March, or did at least.
Where do you think it'll be?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking Swan and Dolphin, but I don't really know where else it could be. Like, I was
thinking the Contemporary, because I thought they had a very big convention area in there.
Would they use that to take up that much space, though? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what they would actually
I don't know what the
relegate for that space. I don't know.
Or would they go to the convention center in Orlando?
That could be. I mean, I would think that they'd be near enough that people could still go to Disney World.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But I mean, if you're playing cards, you're playing
cards. Yeah.
I would think it's in one of the hotels.
Mm-hmm.
I thought one of the moderates actually had a big convention center too. I don't know if it's Port Orleans or Caribbean Beach. I thought one of the two had a very big space for stuff like this.
I've stayed at very few of the Disney hotels. We always just stay at Sapphire Falls for Universal, which is where I recommend you stay if you come.
I've only heard good things. It looks very nice.
Sapphire Falls is awesome. I love it.
See, I haven't gotten to stay at too much like the moderates and stuff. I usually just stay at the DVC places because we have the points.
Mhm.
But I mean, I don't know. I always just thought Contemporary made sense just because you're right there at Magic Kingdom. I believe they have a big convention space, but also that parking lot's not super big.
Mhm.
So maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know. I'm curious to hear where it is. Even for Disneyland, we didn't really get where it is.
Yeah, I'm so curious about these details. I would have lost my mind last year, or a few years ago when I worked at the bank, like not knowing any of these dates, because it was like you had one time of year at the beginning of the year to schedule all of your time off, because like they had to like coordinate everybody's time off within the region, and it was an absolute nightmare. Where I'm at now, it's like I can just take off whenever I need, essentially. But like this is miserable for people that like have to deal with trying to get time off work. Yeah, it's they really need to step up their game with like details ahead of time.
I mean, I could see in Disneyland, just because I had Disneyland is set up, like if you don't know about it, pretty much the two parks are right across from each other. I love the setup in Disneyland. And then you have 3 main hotels. But I don't think there's like any huge convention space. Like I know at the Disneyland Hotel, they'll have dance competitions and stuff. So I do wonder maybe in the Disneyland Hotel. Otherwise, the Anaheim Convention Center where they had D23, like 5 minutes from Disneyland. To me, that would make sense because it's right by Disneyland. I guess we'll see. Yeah. We'll probably find out in December. In January. I just don't know why I wouldn't know yet.
Yeah, it's so weird not knowing. Like it's just
especially like
a date or like a month at least.
Right. Well, I mean, we know we do have dates at least for the Disneyland Continentals. But like even a location would be nice because we were talking about this is 4 months, less than 4 months away now. Mm-hmm. And you have the holidays coming up, so like all airfare and stuff, that's going to be skyrocketing soon.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I would love to know like 6 months in advance, so you can plan.
It'd be nice to know like a whole like year's worth of events in a year in advance. Like, yeah, we need we need info.
Most other games do that so far. I know Pokemon does it because I know they have like all their regionals set up for the year. They tell you where the worlds are literally the day while Worlds is going on. They tell you the next year where it's going to be. It's like this past one was in Hawaii. They told you at the end of this one that the next one's going to be in Anaheim, which is kind of interesting too with Lorcana. I wonder if there'd be date wise and stuff how that could work. I don't know. I'm kind of half tired at this point. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just a lot going on, not a lot of answers.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how it all comes together. But I mean, especially like for Worlds, though, you're talking about people literally traveling across the world. So you think they would want to know pretty far in advance. There's so many things you have to get in place for that.
Yep. Yeah, I'd very much appreciate some information.
Yeah, I thought for sure we would have got that on the Lorecast. But I mean, I guess the next Lorecast would be right around Continentals. Probably around there.
So maybe they will announce it then. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Worlds will be much later in the year than we expect.
Imagine.
And then it'll just be, next December.
Who knows? You don't know. Technically, we just have a year. So they're definitely leaving that open to whatever might be going on. Maybe they're just stuff going on at the convention center. They're looking to use those too, and they can't get a date down yet. But I'm just curious to see where it is in Disney World. I am really excited for that because I feel like I can actually go to it.
Yeah. See, they should do it on Space Mountain, and just you have to do like speed Lorcana challenges, just like as fast as you can before you either get in the thing or in the thing.
And then if like you're a really slow player, you can just do it on Small World. Take your time,
Yeah,
get to the
exactly.
timeout portion of it. That would work. And you can get the back
Perfect.
of the boat. You could set up all your cards in the back of the boat too. It's a perfect area to do it.
Hmm.
I think that's
Sounds like a
fantastic.
plan.
Yeah.
Honestly, even just living with the land in Epcot,
That would
perfect
be the most
ride, perfect
calming
place
game
to
in the
play.
world.
Hmm.
I love living at the land.
Me too. It's such a great ride.
It is. It is so
Such a vibe.
disrespected. Like
I would not have
living.
appreciated it as a kid, but
Yes.
as at my current age where I
Yeah.
get kinks in my neck and just like can't bend my head, that's my favorite ride.
I will say, if you are in Disney World around Christmas time, living with the land is an absolute must.
Hmm.
The way they decorate it, the lights, it is fantastic.
For sure. It's so good. You got to go see Tomato Girl in all her glory.
Yes. There's just so much. I don't know. It's just a great ride. We can continue talking about Epcot, but yeah,
The Tangents.
the tangent, that's fine. Like, to me, this is more entertaining than us sitting here talking about, technical decks. Like for me, that's just me.
I agree personally. And yeah, like I like a good deck tech, but like that's not the type of content that I'm making at the very least.
Yeah, I think I'd fall asleep on my own podcast.
Yeah.
Personally. That's not a slight against anybody. That's just me personally. I just don't have the attention span to sit down for that.
I just don't have the technical know-how.
That too, yeah.
I'm not good at
enough,
math.
I feel like, and that's probably why I end up playing all these aggro decks, because it's very easy, very simple.
Mhm. Turn
And
card
like-
sideways. Go fast.
Exactly. Let's go. We're luring.
That's my favorite. Yep.
Are you gonna go for a set championship?
Probably not. The one that is closest to me that's at the store I normally play at is happening during Miami TCG Con.
Oh, really?
So I will not be around for it.
That sucks. There's
Yep.
no other ones around going. They're all doing that first week.
There are a few other near-ish me, but it's so hard to like travel that far to some of the other ones. So I may try to travel to one, but in my current experience level, I don't think that it's worth it.
Well, we do have top 8 now.
That's true. I mean, I could try to go find a smaller one.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, like I told you last time, we could barely even get 8. I hope that's the same this time. If we could just get 8 and I could walk out that Mirabelle, I will be so happy.
I mean, honestly, yeah, it makes sense to just show up to some now.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like now that they are, they're not, the cards aren't going to be as valuable. That's just obvious at this point. They keep going down, like the difference between Stitch to Ursula. Now they're going to go to a top 8. So I kind of wonder, those folks who like to go around and win all the championships, is that going to be the same? Because the monetary value is not really there. Or is it going to be more just local people coming into their leagues and playing?
I mean, if you just get a group of 8 players and you just go to every locals and then you just scoop up all of them, then you just hold them and then you just make that value go back up. It's fine. Great plan.
Yeah, that would work, actually. I mean, how many buyouts have we already seen? Like, I know the Mufasa Enchanted was
Mhm.
completely bought out like a couple days ago. And I haven't even seen what they've been relisted at. Have you?
No, I haven't. I didn't even notice the buyout.
Yeah, I saw it a couple days ago. Let's see what it's at real quick. But a couple days ago, every Mufasa Enchanted that was on TCG Player was bought out. And I think it was right after James Earl Jones passed.
Oh, that makes sense.
You see people do weird stuff like that a lot. Like as soon as someone passes, whether it be on eBay or anywhere that has something to do with that person, they just buy it out.
Mhm.
It's so weird.
It's weird. Current cheapest listed one is 343. Looks like.
Yeah. And I think before that it was around, I want to say 120-ish. 120, 150 maybe. Yeah, that sucks.
Cheapest market value on TCG Player is showing is like 206, but that's again market value. So
Yeah.
who knows what it was actually like? The cheapest one was listed at. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, no, I thought there was one other one that got bought out too, but I forget what it was. Yeah, I don't remember. But I just remember Mufasa as being a big one. I don't know if they did that with the Legendary too, or it's just the Enchanted. I thought it was just the Enchanted though.
I'm
Yeah.
curious. I didn't actually track it at all, but I'm curious if the Oswald went up or down the D23 promo. Now that people know that it's missing an artist credit, because
Right.
the standard version has 2 credits and the D23 version does not.
Yeah, I saw that. I am curious to see if that goes up too, or just like in general. Have you noticed have the D23 boxes gone up? I know they kind of hovered around.
Check
like
prices.
150.
I should watch someone's Market Watch thing, but I don't.
Maybe we'll include a new segment called Market Watch.
There are people that do that.
They do. We can give our half-assed opinions about it.
I've got like a third of an opinion. Like, I'd love to keep track of it more, but oh yeah, Oswald did go up. Market value is at like 54, but the cheapest one is only actually at 89. The D23s were back at 300. It looked like
The Mickey D23.
the D23, the second,
I
the
gotcha.
2024 collection.
Yeah, I was actually curious to see what happened with the D23 Mickey too, because that really went down. I think it went down to like 120-ish around the last day of D23, and then I think they shot back up to like around 2. So I'm curious to see what the value of those go. I think that's actually the first card I might actually go get graded. Was that D23 Sorcerer Mickey?
150 is the cheapest I see right now.
That's kind of still around there.
Market value is still like 170. So, you know.
Yeah, not bad. Did you pull any enchanted yet from Shimmering Skies?
Did I? No. I would have remembered if I did. I would have been more excited. My cousin, I taught my cousin how to play, and his starter deck had a Mufasa in it, the new blue one, the legendary.
That's awesome.
So he was very excited about that.
Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, I mean, I've got 2 so far. I got Your Welcome and Royal Tantrum. Royal Tantrum I'm really excited about. I think I talked about that last time. So we could just disregard. But yeah, I did get Your Welcome also.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta start getting the characters. It still is. I think it has, like, after looking at it now for a couple weeks, I think it is my favorite enchantment set that's come out so far.
Mm-hmm. It's such pretty art style. I
It
love
looks
it.
so good. Like, they
So
look very
much.
special. Like, the cards actually, like, you see them, they actually do like they're very special.
Mm-hmm.
It has been another. I feel like we still riff for like 40 minutes of tangents here.
Yeah, we tangented a bit, just a bit.
That's all right. Hey, it makes it fun and it's entertaining to record this way, and I think it's entertaining to listen to. I hope. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with that, or if you think it's crap.
Yeah, perfect. Just let us know.
We'll either keep going this way, or we'll do a structured thing. What we should be doing every week. I just feel like
Maybe
that
I'll
wouldn't
put a
work
vote
for
in
us.
I'll put a vote in my Instagram or something.
There you go. That's perfect.
Should we just keep tangenting, or should we just like buckle down and write a script of some sort?
If we write a script, maybe like I could find a way to put it in like the corner of the screen, so like if you watch sports or anything, they'll say like what time each area of the thing we're going to talk about is. Maybe we could do that.
We could
I
do
like
that.
tangents. We could.
I like the tangents personally.
I
I
do
like
too.
to just
It's better.
riff. This is fun for me. I just talk stuff.
It's so much more natural than me being, well, let's talk about what's going on today.
Mm.
I don't know. That's just not me.
Yeah, I don't often have like news by the day. Like if you ask me in the moment, I could tell you, but like 12 minutes later, I got nothing. My brain is empty.
And I mean, now at this point, while we're recording this, we have been going for about 2 hours. Like,
And it is
I don't
very
know how
late at
much
night.
is actually going to be on this. I'm going to assume I'm probably going to edit this down closer to an hour.
I just put it all in.
That's what
Bonus features.
Every time I say I'm going to put it all in, I do put it all in. Like, I leave it. I don't really edit. Like, I know the last time we had with Becky, I'm like, we're going to leave this whole ending in. And I did.
And we're
I
gonna
can't leave this all
edit
in.
her ending in again because she did it perfectly.
We could. I actually could do that. I could just say, all right, we're done for today, and then we'll just have her do the end thing.
She's our ending lady. It is what it is. It's part of the bit now. It's part
She
of the
said it
show.
very good.
She did awesome. Way better than I could.
And I actually can't remember how she said it. So I think I probably will just put it. You just put it here.
Check out our links wherever you can find us.
Check the comments below. Yeah. Oh, I do have to give one shout out to Roosevelt's. I'm wearing a fancy Roosevelt shirt today. They did provide.
I didn't even notice, but I like that.
I was very excited for. So thank you to my friends at Roosevelt for hooking me up with some fancy clothing to wear in some of my videos. I'm gonna hopefully meet up with them in New York Comic Con too. A lot of cool stuff in New York Comic Con too. We can't go on another 15-20 minutes though.
I'm keeping silent because I will start a tangent.
I know. I'm just gonna. Okay, all I'll say about New York Comic Con is I'm very excited for it because I will get to hang out with a couple of Lorcana artists while I'm there, and maybe do some other cool things while I'm there. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a few weeks. That's in a month from now.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So with that said,
we'll go on tangents about that in a few weeks, and then we'll go on other tangents and then tangents on that.
Maybe we'll have some of them on here too. We could talk about it also. Ooh. That could be cool. Teaser. A couple different Lorcana artists coming on. Possibly 4 different Lorcana artists actually coming on in the next few months. There you go. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. And we're gonna put our ending right here.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope to see you again around the internet very soon. Be sure to follow us and subscribe, and wherever else we are on social media. Just good luck.